Hello, I'm Don Was. We're sitting here today in beautiful Hollywood, California, in the legendary Capitol Records Tower, home of Blue Note Records. This is our world headquarters. I had a home studio in the late 90s, and I had early versions of KRKs in there. And then I got rid of the studio, and they're set up in a part of my house for listening, and I've always liked them. I was here in Capitol Tower in the Blue Note offices about a year and a half ago, and I walked by Rodney Jerkins' office. Rodney's one of the great R&B producers of our era, and the music coming out of his office was sounding so great. It's like, whoa, this is real. Whatever he's doing in there, I want that, right? So the next day, Annie Lennox was coming in to play the final mixes of an album called Nostalgia that she put out a year ago on Blue Note. And I wanted it to sound great for her. You know? So we surreptitiously broke into Rodney's office and took his KRKs. We set them up, and it was a beautiful experience. We were here at Capitol. You know, the view out the window here is just amazing. You see Los Angeles from the ocean's there, downtown's over there, and you see everything in between. And the sun was going down over the ocean, and she played this beautiful album she'd made, and we were listening on the KRKs. And I'm telling you, it was a transcendental experience. And everyone was blown away by it, the way it sounded. I had to quietly, I hung on to Rodney's speakers as long as I could, and then had to give my own pair of them. But they sound great. Here's the thing about speakers. If you're using them professionally, you want to walk this line. You want it to be accurate. You don't want to listen to something in the studio, have it sound great, and then you get in the car and drive home and it sounds like garbage. You can't deceive yourself in the studio, so it's got to be honest. But it's also got to be inspiring, you know? You got to get jazzed playing the thing back, especially if you're playing, you know, like the way I make records a lot of times is I'm playing an instrument in the room, and I want to be in the music. So you got to have something that sounds great, sounds inspiring, and is also accurate. That's the thing that I find appealing about the KRK speakers, is that they're very successful at both of those endeavors.